Hey everybody, welcome to episode 1 of Level 3 to 1 Build with a Twist. This is a series I've been wanting to do for a while now, ever since I saw Rakesy start his series. However, I wanted to make it a little more challenging. Making money in old school RuneScape isn't necessarily difficult, it just takes time. So instead of just making money and buying expensive items, I actually wanted to earn them. With that in mind, I decided to come up with a tiered item list, tier 1 being the easier items and tier 3 being the harder items. I'm not exactly trying to see how fast I can make one build from scratch because I've never actually had one build on old school RuneScape. I've only had about 350 mil at a time, and I usually spend it on gear or on training other account builds like Pures or Zerkers. So the tiered item lists are just some items that I came up with to make it a little more difficult for myself. Tier 1 consists of a black mask and obtaining 5 Barrows pieces to unlock all the Barrows pieces. However, they cannot be duplicates, so if I get 2 Karil's crossbows, it only counts as 1. Tier 2 items are the Berserker Ring, Archer's Ring, and 3 Zenites. The 3 Zenites are to unlock the Ring of Suffering, Necklace of Anguish, and Amulet of Torture, which I will not be making. However, me obtaining those Zenites will unlock one of those at a time, and I'll choose which ones it unlocks first. Lastly, tier 3 items consist of Bando's chestplate and tassets, Armadillo chestplates and chain skirt, and the Armadillo crossbow, meaning I'll have a pretty long grind at God Wars. I'm really hoping that I can complete a lot of these items while I'm doing Slayer, which will be a big part of the series because we all know that Slayer is a great moneymaker and it unlocks money making options. I'm going to include the picture of my tiered item list in the description below, as well as a link to my Discord, so feel free to pop in and chat. And if you have any suggestions, please let me know, and if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do so and you won't miss an episode. Without further ado, I present to you level 3 to 1 build with a twist. Welcome to level 3 to 1 build from scratch, episode 1. I can already tell what you're thinking. Wait, you're not level 3. Well, I was at one point. Here's what happened. I started off by getting a couple quests out of the way so I could remove my trade restrictions as a new free-to-play account. And then I started making money so I can afford a bond. I really wanted to try to get a bond in free to play. That way, that could be my episode 1. I started off by buying hammers and chisels from the general store and selling it to the Grand Exchange just to get a good amount of starter money. And then I started buying arrows and selling those to the Grand Exchange as well from the arrow shop. I was at about 110k and decided I wanted to get 31 magic so I could telegrab wines and buy feathers and sell those to the Grand Exchange at the same time. It seems like that would be the most effective way to get a bond right now. So I geared up and then spent the rest of my money on feathers, which got me about 35,000 feathers, which would have profited me about 30k while I was going to kill imps to get 31 magic. The reason I wanted to kill imps was because they drop mind talismans and beads. Mind talismans are about 3.5k, and the beads are anywhere from 1k to 600 to about 1k. So it's decent money to kill imps. And when I went back to the Grand Exchange to put the feathers in, I got this error message. Apparently with Jagex's new Easter update, they also made it so new accounts can only trade certain items after 10 quest points, 20 hours in-game play, and 100 total level. I didn't know this before I even made the account, so it was a huge surprise when I went to the Grand Exchange to try to sell those. This didn't make it impossible to obtain a bond, but it did make it so it would take days and days before I could receive one, since I only play about 3 to 4 hours a day. So instead of starting over from a brand new level 3 and just giving it a bond, I decided to give you this little explanation of what happened. And I decided to transfer a bond from my main account. Let's say hi, main account. I'm going to begin in members with the little stats I have after I get 35 wood cutting for animal magnetism. Then once I get 3 mil, I'm going to transfer it back over to my main to basically pay for that bond. So it's almost like I got it legit, but not really. If you really want to see someone make a bond from scratch, there are tons of videos on YouTube of people actually doing that, and I actually watch most of them to get my money making tips for free to play. With that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So these are the items that I had gotten before all of that happened with the trade restriction. So I had my runes to start getting my magic level up, and I bought those 35,000 feathers, and I had about 12k on the side of that. So it says 113k here. However, with these feathers, that's showing these at 2 GP, so that's actually about 145k about. So these are the items that I'm going to start off with in members as well. And right now I'm actually going to buy an axe. I'm going to deposit that, and I'm going to get an axe right now so I can start getting my wood cutting up. The reason I want to get 35 wood cutting is for animal magnetism. I want to do that right away because I actually want to get my range level up, and that's going to be the first thing that I do because I want to go to revs and try to make a little bit of money. That way I can get that 3 mil out of the way, give it to my main, and then start making money for another bond. I'm gonna have to be at revs a little bit longer than I wanted to, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna make quite a bit of money from that, and I'm gonna PK a little bit and kill some people, grab their loot, and yeah, you'll see that. So I will be back once I get 35 wood cutting. Any second now, should be hitting, yep, 35 wood cutting. So with that, I kind of looked at it and get the fuck. I kind of looked at it and the requirement is 18 crafting for animal magnetism. So I'm deciding before I use the bond to actually get that out of the way as well. I believe I should have enough money. I think I can sell the regular logs, but I don't think I can sell oaks or willows. All right, so with these last couple bars here, that should be 19. Or not. Oh, one off. All right, so with this bar here, that should be 19 crafting. I thought it was 18 that I needed, but I need 19. And so I did gold rings, and from level 3, because I did sheep shearer in the beginning, so from level 3 to 5 I did just regular gloves, and then from 5 until 19 I did gold rings. You make a profit with them actually, which is nice. So I spent, I don't know, 10k on them or something like that. 19k is what I get back, so that is perfect. Make a little bit extra money there. Now I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna do next, and look at this. Look at this. What is this? I've never seen this before. I got this from that shop with Durango in it. Like, this thing's crazy. All right, so the moment I and you guys have been waiting for. Time to redeem this bond here and start our membership. And setting redemption quest. So that's going to be 14 days a member. I'm going to go ahead and log out, log back into a member world, and then I'll kind of explain what I'm going to go ahead and do next. All right, so the first thing I'm going to go ahead and do, I'm going to collect all of the items from my bank, and I'm actually going to sell them to the Grand Exchange. And I'm going to buy a lot of range gear. That way I can go ahead and get my range up. And then I'm going to go do the Varrock Museum. That way I can get Slayer and Hunter to 9. And then I'm going to go train range until I have 30 range and 18 Slayer. And then we're going to go and do animal magnetism. And then we will go from there. Right, so that is the natural history quiz completed. I'm going to go ahead and talk to this guy, and that will be 9 Slayer, 9 Hunter. Nice, easy levels. All right, so I put in all my items to sell. The feathers are going to take a little bit because I'm selling for 1 coin over what I bought them for, so I could profit. That's a nice 105k coming in, and then not a whole lot coming in from the rest, but should put me at about 140k. So what I'm actually going to do now, I'm going to go over to the Grand Tree, and I'm just going to knock out 25 agility. That way, first off, my run goes up a little bit quicker because that's super annoying, and then I will be able to get the Grand Tree out of the way when I want to a little bit later on in the future. I'll have that level taken care of. And before I even train agility, I'm just going to unlock my house. That way I can get that out of the way, and I have a teleport, and I can use other people's houses as well, just in case I have to go places or use their pool or whatever the case may be. So while I'm doing agility, I'm just going to go ahead and kind of explain to you what I plan on doing, some of my beginner goals. Obviously, I want to get animal magnetism done. I want to get 50 range so I can go to revs with a magic short bow. Not only am I going to kill the revs, but I am also going to PK and see what I can get as drops. So I'm going to get a looting bag. And then after that, I think I'm just going to quest a whole bunch, knock out a lot of quests, and then start doing some Slayer, get my Slayer up quite a bit, and then make some money other ways, maybe go back to revs. But I want to get some levels, that way I can hit up barrows, and I want to knock out barrows as quick as possible and just do as much as Mark of Grace. Do as much of that as I can, get some items, sell them, make some good starter cash. And I really want to go to Zora as soon as possible, because I want to, get a Magic Fang and, or not a Magic Fang, but a Tanzanite Fang, and get a Blowpipe. And Zora is just a really, really good moneymaker starting out. And then probably quest some more after that, and then move on to the next thing. Slayer, usually Slayer is going to be some of the best money making, get the stats up at the same time, and then eventually move on to bigger and better things. So that's just kind of my beginner goals, what I want to do. And I should be able to do Zora, because I did Zora on my pure, and I should be able to do it with some semi decent stats. 60 or 70 range. I'll probably get 70 before I go, and then probably get 70, 75 magic, and maybe even, I don't know, do you need an attack level for Trident? I think you do. Do you? It's 75? Maybe not. No, okay. Well, if you don't need an attack level for Trident, then I might just get 70 magic and do that, unless you need a magic. Where is it? Weapons for Trident. Okay, yeah, you need 75, so I might try to bust out 75, and that way I can use a Trident. Go to Zora, that, or I'll just use Slayer Dart, depending on kind of where I'm at. And hopefully at that point I'll have some decent stats and be making some decent money. All right, that is 25 agility coming in, and now I can do that stuff. So that is the requirement for the Grand Tree. Just wanted to get that out of the way while those feathers were selling, and they still haven't sold yet. So there is another money maker that I can actually knock out pretty quick, make a quick 100k from it. So I'm actually going to go do that, and I will see you when I have that, when I'm at that money maker. All right, so what I did was I just continued to do some agility. I had 8 marks of grace already, and an amylase pack costs 10. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy an amylase pack, and that gives me 100 amylase crystals, and that currently will get me 134k. So I'm gonna go sell that on the Grand Exchange. That'll give me some good starter cash. I don't think I'm gonna be getting graceful. There's no point. I don't foresee me using it for anything at all. Not even barrows. So because again, the goal of the series is just to make as much money as possible, as quick as possible. And so let's go ahead and sell these off, get geared up, and start training that range. So I just figured that since I'm here, I can get my first Slayer task, since I have to do Slayer anyway, get that to 18. And as I came up the ladder, some of my feathers sold. It was only 13k, so it's not that much. So I'm still glad that I got the crystals. But let's see, 32 dwarves. Okay, that's easy. Okay, so we got everything to sell in the Grand Exchange except for all the feathers, which we got 66k from, which isn't too bad. Then the amylase crystal sold for 133k, which is perfect. So we have 256k already. So 256k, and then whatever comes from this, which should be another 30k or 20k or something like that. So way more than I thought. I thought we had 140k, but, or no, well, yeah, with the amylase it would be above that. But, and that is 30 range coming in, and that is Priest in Peril completed. Ernest the Chicken completed. All right, and just finishing up talking to here, that is Animal Magnetism completed. Get a good amount of XP. That's great. What's that going to get us? 20 Slayer, 21 Crafting, and I think 9 Fletching, and 36 Woodcutting. Some good levels there. So I'm going to go ahead, now that I have this beautiful backpack, I'm going to go ahead and go back to Rock Crabs, get 50 range, and then we will be off to revs. So I will see you when I have 50 range. And with these last couple hits here, close to 50 range. Yep, 50 range. Okay, so we can now wield a magic short bow, which will be good for PKing when I go to revs, and good just for revs. I don't know why I'm not wearing a glory. I just realized that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and gear up for revs, and I will see you when I'm all geared up. What do we get? First drop, absolutely nothing. All right. First semi-notable drop is the rune plate legs. I got a Rev Cave teleport as well, and that's about 31k, but these rune plate legs go a little bit above that, so I'm actually going to bank. This will be considered the first inventory. Whenever I hit about 100k, I'm going to bank, just because the odds of me dying up here are huge. Uh-oh, there's level 42 here. Should I kill him? Yeah, let's do it. Get him. Oh, big hits. Nope, not quite. Is he dead? Yep, dead. What do we get? Oh, there we go. That's some good loot. There's a whole war going on. Oh, look at all this loot. What the heck? Check it. Yeah, 271k. What the heck? All right, and they were just killing people over there. I'm gonna try to hit the bank and go back and see if I can pick up some more loot. Yep, there's a bunch of more loot over here. 271k that first time, and then this time was 71k. Not bad at all. Nice. My first somewhat big drop. I haven't gotten anything from these guys except for a couple of rune items. I think I got like 2 rune full helms, a pair of rune legs. Oh, back to back super restores. Okay, we're getting out of here. Man, what the well, I pretty much expected that to happen. So first death, not a big deal. Didn't lose anything. I actually had just gotten there, so yeah, just, you know, the way of the game in the wilderness, so not worried about it. What is this guy doing? Are you serious? Pff, okay. I'm so confused. What was that? There's no way I'm gonna kill this guy, but you know, doesn't hurt to try. Oh my god. Well, all right. So that's going to conclude episode 1. Thank you guys for watching. I know it was a little bit longer, but I wanted to get some good content out to you, get some revs in there. These are the stats that I have ending episode 1, and just to check the age of the account, it has been 19 hours, 12 minutes since you arrived 47 days ago. I made this account with the intention of doing this series, you know, 2 months ago almost, and I'm just starting now. So 19 hours of gameplay, not too bad with the stats and what we have going on. So again, thank you guys for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on so you never miss an episode, and don't forget to join the Discord. We can go ahead and chat in there and have some fun. All right, again, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.